Hi friends, welcome to Easy and Homestyle Cooking. I'm Mrs. Ragini. Today I'm going to share a sandwich recipe, and to make this sandwich recipe we are going to make the bread and we are going to make the sandwich. And this sandwich we are going to make it with shrimp, very simple way, and I'm going to share the bread recipe also, like how you have these sub breads. The same bread I'm going to show it to you. It will be slightly soft and slightly crispy. And let's start how to make this simple sandwich recipe. To make the sandwich recipe, first I'm going to show you the sandwich bread. So to make the bread, here I have the all-purpose flour and yeast, some sugar and some salt, and we're going to add some butter and also milk. So here I have the milk. You can take 1 cup of milk, and in this we're going to add half a teaspoon of sugar and half a teaspoon of salt and also 1 teaspoon of yeast, and we are going to add 2 cubes of butter. Let this sit for just 5 to 8 minutes so that the yeast dissolves, and then we are going to add the flour. So friends, here you can see our yeast has dissolved in the milk, and now we are going to put our flour, add little by little and keep mixing this. You can use a dough machine also if you have it. We are going to take around 2 cups of flour, dear friends. Initially I added 1 cup of flour, and you can take another cup of flour, and once this is proofed, then we are going to add the rest of the 1 cup of flour, and we are going to knead it nicely, and we need to rest this thrice, dear friends, so that it will get proofed. This is the first step of proofing. I am going to let this rest for 1 hour. I am going to cover this also. So friends, here you can see our yeast dough has perfectly proofed. Now we are going to add, as I told you, another 1 cup of flour. So add the flour, and we are going to knead this now again. We are going to transfer this onto a tabletop, and once you put it on a tabletop, start kneading this very slowly. Bring all the flour together. This is so soft, and we are going to rest this again for another 30 minutes or even 40 minutes. And now again back into the same bowl. If you want, you can just slightly grease the bowl with some oil if you want, so that it won't stick. Grease it, put it back, and cover this with a lid and let it sit in a warm place till it is proofed again. And then we are going to start making our sandwich rolls. So friends, here is our dough. You can see it's proofed again. Now very slowly just remove this and put it on a tabletop. You can just dust some flour so that it won't stick, and we are going to divide this into 2 and just roll it, put it in a baking tray. You can dust some more flour, roll this and put it on a tray. If you want a big sandwich, don't divide it, just make it one big loaf, and you can make this excellent sandwich. And now we are going to slightly give an egg wash. And this is ready. I given a nice egg wash, and this is the third time to proof it. So this will be the last and final, and then it will directly go into the oven. If you want, you can put some cornmeal on the top, or if you want, you can put some sesame seeds. If you want, you can put some poppy seeds on top for just to have that look. Today I am not going to add anything, just the egg wash, and we are going to rest it for some time and then bake it. So friends, here is our bread which is baked and ready. I proofed it the third time, and you can see the bread is nice and soft. This is the sandwich bread, homemade bread, very nice and fresh. If you want, you can just proof it twice also, dear friends, no problem. Once you can just mix the entire flour once itself and let it proof, and then remove it and cut it into 2, and then make it into shapes, whichever shape you want, and then let it proof and bake it. So twice also you can proof it, and this is ready. We are going to keep this aside, and now let's start making our filling. To make the filling or to make our sandwich, I am using some shrimp today. So here I have the shrimp. What we are going to do is we are going to add very little of chili powder. As per spiciness, you can add the chili powder and some turmeric, and also very little of salt, and mix this. You can either shallow fry this, deep fry this. Shrimp will cook very fast, so you need not deep fry. You can just shallow fry, or even in a very less oil also you can slightly grill it. The pan is hot. You can use butter, olive oil, or even oil. We are going to add very little of oil. Once the oil is hot, add your shrimp. As I said, shrimp won't take much time, so very fastly it will get cooked. Turn it to the other side. So friends, our shrimp is ready. Just in a minute the shrimp will be ready. Just transfer this onto a plate. If you want, in the same pan, you can slightly toss your vegetables if you want to get the shrimp flavor to it. Red cabbage and some capsicum and also some onions. Slightly we are going to just give a mix and switch off the flame. And now let's plate it. So here I have the bread. Take the bread knife and give a cut. So friends, here is our bread. You can see nicely baked. And now we are going to put the, if you want you can put the sauces or vegetables, whichever way you want to, you can arrange them. First we are going to add the Chinese cabbage or lettuce you can use. And now we are going to add the shrimps. Just arrange it, and also some olives. And now we are going to add the vegetables on the top. And now just squeeze in some mustard sauce. How much ever you want you can just squeeze in, and also some tomato ketchup. And if you want you can add some mayonnaise. You know, I don't have the squeeze, so I'm just dropping it off very little. If you want you can, otherwise you can skip the mayonnaise. So here are some gherkins. Just put it on top in the last, and now this is ready to fold it. How do we fold it? That's a question. So very slowly. Usually you all know how they do it. They slightly press this and they cover this. Very simple. And now this is ready to serve. So friends, isn't it nice and simple? And if you want you can give an egg wash or butter wash or even milk wash on the top. Today I gave it egg wash because I am making a non-vegetarian, so I have given an egg wash. If you don't want, you can give milk or butter. I am going to hold this huge sandwich. This is a huge bite. Very fresh, freshly baked, fresh vegetables, shrimp, you know, all nice, fresh, slightly healthy because I did not add too much of spices and I did not add too much of sauces. And if you see lot of vegetables, this is amazing. If you want spicy, then add more of some jalapenos and sprinkle some chili powder on top of it and serve it to your friends. I'm telling you, your friends and family will love this recipe. I hope you will try this simple recipe. If you like it, make it, share it, and also feed your family fresh food. See you in another session with some more recipes.